Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Wendy, and I am so pleased to have you here today. If you are interested in yoga, health, lifestyle videos, then go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And then while you're at it, click that little bell icon to be notified every time I post, which is several times a week. So today's video will be about opening up into our hips, so much so that we can start to move into our splits. Now, the thing about yoga is that it teaches us the value of impermanence. Now, some days I have my splits, some days I don't, and that's totally okay. It's just a matter of working into my hips and keeping my practice consistent. So if you're kind of on the same note as me, maybe doing this video a couple times a week will help you maintain that practice, will help you maintain the openness through the hips. So we're going to be doing several stretches that will work up into full splits. We will be needing 2 blocks. The blanket is optional. I just like to use it because my heels get really sensitive on the hard ground. So if you need that, then go ahead and use one too. Without further ado, let's get started. And we are going to start today on our backs. So just take a moment here, pull both of the knees into the chest. As we squeeze our knees in, we're dropping our tailbone down. So almost like we're arching through the spine, squeezing our knees in, hopefully feeling that little bit of a pinch in the crease of the hips. That's getting those hip flexors there. Those are sometimes a little bit of a difficult muscle to target just because they are such deep muscles that sometimes instead of stretching them, we want to compress them. It's almost like a massage for our hip flexors. All right, so we're going to keep our right knee in. We're going to send our left leg out long. Keep squeezing that right knee in towards the chest. Maybe start to open the knee a little bit more into the armpit. As we're moving through these postures today, just make sure that we're breathing nice and deep. This helps to activate the parasympathetic nervous system, that state of rest and digest. This helps to allow the muscles to relax, release, let go, helps to signal to the body that we are safe. Good. From here, we're going to flex the foot. We're going to grab our foot with our hand. If this is a really far reach, you can always just grab the back of the thigh, or you can utilize a strap or a towel. We're going to pull that knee more so into the armpit, just let it come down. So it's almost like we're in a lizard lunge, just flipped upside down. Good. Maybe both hands, give it a little bit of an extra pull. Try to take that knee closer to the ground. And then from here, we'll release. Let's go ahead, send that right leg down, maybe feeling a little bit longer. Pull the left knee into the chest, start to squeeze it in, opening up just a little bit more into the left armpit. Breathing here. Nice, deep, steady, even breath. Another little pointer is we're moving deeper into the hips. A lot of times the tension in the hips is mirrored by tension in the jaw and vice versa. So as we're going through these hip releasing poses, just notice where that jaw is. For me, I personally have a very overactive jaw, very tense just in normal day to day. So it's a little bit of a challenge for me to start to release that. It just takes a bit of awareness. And with that awareness, we can start to make changes. Same thing here. We're going to act like we're stepping that left foot onto the ceiling. We can pull the thigh in, or we can grab with our left hand up to the left foot, start to pull that left knee down and towards the left armpit. We can utilize both of our hands if that feels okay. Slowly, that knee starts to descend. See what you can let go of as you're here. And then let's just go ahead, let that go. From here, we're just going to take our feet to the opposite edges of our mat. Let's just find a few windshield wipers, internal and external rotation. And then as we're ready, we're going to take our knees into our chest. We're going to find a few rolls up and down. Let the spine roll so we're getting a little massage into those back muscles. And then we're going to wind up standing. So however you want to get there, I'm just going to use my momentum to take me there. Okay, from here we might want to utilize our blocks. Take them up to the highest setting, even if you don't even need it like that, okay? So a little bit of a bend through the knees here. Let's start by inhaling, bend through the knees, seal the chest towards the thighs. So we're bending so much that our heels are almost going to lift, but not quite. As we exhale, start to straighten out the legs. Try to keep that seal. Inhale, bend, maybe look forward. Exhale to straighten. Try to keep the seal of the chest to the thighs. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale. You might be able to see it, but my legs are shaking. Exhale. This is a challenge. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Good. From here, keep those legs fairly lengthened. We're going to inhale to a half lift. Really find like a cow tilt in the spine. So we're trying to arch our head up and our tailbone up. Our chest comes down. As we exhale, try to maintain that flat back. Bend the knees, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. One more. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Good. Inhale to a halfway lift. Let's go ahead and step our left foot back. So we're coming into a pyramid pose here. So not super wide in our stance, about 2 feet in between our heels. From here, we're just going to start by opening up the hip. You'll notice your torso comes more so to the inner thighs, and then close off the hip. The torso will line up over the right leg. So we open, we close, keep on moving with those slow, deep, intentional breaths. Good. We're going to angle over that front leg. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale to bow. Hold for 3 breaths. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let's just step to the top and fold. Inhale, one more halfway lift. Exhale, let's step the right leg back this time. Good. We're going to inhale for a lift, and then we're just going to start to open and close the hips. Notice where the torso wants to move as we move the hips. Keeping those breaths nice and deep. I'll just keep on reminding us. And then angling over that left leg, let's inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Really press down through your left heel, send some engagement through the leg. Let's take 3 breaths. Noticing the jaw, noticing the shoulders. Good. Let's inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to the top, fold forward. From here, we're going to inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let's send our left leg back. This time we're going to inch the foot forward so that we can descend through the hips. Okay, good. So from here, inhale, lift the chest, let the hips come down. Exhale, press it back, half split. Good. Inhale, pull it forward. Exhale, push it back. Maybe you can drop the blocks if that feels good. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. From here, we're going to take it forward, set the blocks off to the side. Let's just inhale, sweep our arms up, a little Anjaneyasana. With every exhale, allowing the hips to sink down. With every inhale, lifting the chest up. Maybe we even gaze up for a moment, challenging the balance. Good. Exhale, let's set the hands down. Tuck the back toe, lift the back knee. Inhale, big step to the top, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Let's go ahead, step our right leg back, settle the back knee down, gather in the blocks. Maybe on the highest setting to start. Let's inhale, press the hips forward, lift the chest up. Exhale, send the hips back, straighten out through that front leg. Flex the foot, good. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Excellent, inhale, exhale. Let's go 2 more, maybe we drop the blocks. Moving with the breath. Let's inhale back towards our lunge. Set the blocks off to the side for a moment. Let's inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, we'll start to descend the hips. Inhale, maybe we look up, opening up through the collarbones, through the chest. One more inhale. Exhale, let's take it down. From here, tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, big step to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. From here, let's heel toe our feet out to the side, heels on the mat, toes off the mat. Let's start to sink the hips down, maybe coming side to side here, Malasana. We can take our hands to the ground. I'm just going to turn a little bit to the side so you can see what I'm doing. Just side to side here, maybe working our heels a little bit closer together, still keeping the toes turned out. And then finding a place in the center, let's take our hands to heart center, push the knees away with the elbows, hold 3 breaths. From here, let's take our hands down, exhale to lift up. Good. So we're still at the top of our mat here, heel toe the feet back together. Let's step the right foot back and then turn all 10 toes towards the right edge of our mat. Now really we could have gone any direction. This is just the direction that works for me. So find one that works for you. We're winding in a wide-legged forward fold. So kind of pigeon toeing the feet in, toes closer to each other. Let's inhale for a half lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Maybe this time we walk our hands back behind us, trying to take our head to the ground. Now, if your head is actually touching the ground, we might want to heel toe our feet in a little bit closer, just to give ourselves some room to actually descend. From here, hands underneath. Inhale, halfway lift. Let's pivot our right toes out to the side. Start to walk back. Skandasana on the right side. Good. Now we can take our hands to heart center. We can start to open up. Whatever feels right for you and your body. When we're ready, we're just going to start to transfer over to the other side. Nice and slow. Once again, maybe hands to heart center. Maybe we open up. Notice the differences between the 2 sides. And when we're ready, let's come right back up through the center here. Good. From here, let's just walk our feet back. We're going to take our knees down onto the mat. Heels are going to open up. So we're setting up for frog pose. Just make your way down. I like to work myself a little bit forward and back, just to notice where I'm actually feeling the stretch in the body. And then when we're ready, we can start to descend onto our elbows, pressing just a little bit back. Hold 3 breaths. Good. As we're ready, let's go ahead and sit ourselves up. Heels in, knees in, heels in, knees in. From here, we're just going to slide off to the side. Let's open up our legs into a straddle. So if you'd like to and you have a blanket handy, you can always slide that underneath the glutes for a little bit of a lift. I find when I do this, I can lean forward a whole lot more. So we're just going to inhale for a moment. Exhale. Let's take ourselves over to the right. So right arm comes underneath, left arm reaches up and over. Let's inhale back towards center. Exhale, left hand comes underneath, right arm sweeps up and over. Good. Inhale back towards center. Exhale, let's just go ahead and start to walk ourselves through. Doesn't really matter how far we're going down. Just make sure that your back is nice and straight and long. Toes are flexed up and in line with the knees. This helps to align our body, keep us safe from injury. One more breath. Good, and then let's just go ahead and pull ourselves back up. Take the hands underneath the knees. Let's slide it in, knees together. Let's go ahead, we'll realign to the front edge of our mat. We can just set our props off to the side, hands and knees. Maybe let's do a few cat-cows just to open up in the chest. Inhale, exhale. Take this with your own breath, 3 rounds total. Give your hips a little bit of a break. Good. From here, let's come back towards a neutral spine. Let's slide our right foot forward. So the shin is generally in line with the front edge of the mat. If you want to pull that heel a little bit closer towards your left hip, go ahead and do so. We're going to tent up onto our fingers, really press ourselves up tall, and then we're going to squeeze. So our right hip or our right knee goes back, left knee comes forward. Trying to squeeze them together, find the engagement. If you can even lift your hands. Hold for 3, for 2, for 1, and then let's go ahead and descend. Coming onto our elbows, maybe coming all the way down. Good. From here, let's go ahead and lift ourselves up. We're going to slide onto our right hip, swing the left leg forward, setting up for Janu Shirshasana. So we're going to inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, let's reach for the foot. So still trying, instead of bowing down completely, we're trying to pull our chest towards our toes. You can notice that my back is a lot more lengthened than when I'm, folding. Just 3 breaths. Good. From here, we're just going to sweep ourselves right back, hands and knees. Good. Let's come up to the other side. So left leg sweeps forward, trying to keep that shin mostly parallel to the front edge of the mat. Doesn't really matter if it wants to move a little bit closer towards the right hip or not. Okay, so we're going to tent up onto the fingers. Inhale to lift through the chest. Pull the left knee back, right knee forward, squaring off into the hips. Lots of engagement here. If we can, maybe we can lift our hands off the ground. Hold for 3, for 2, and 1. Let's go ahead, release that, let it go, come down. Maybe to the elbows, maybe to the hands. Deep breaths in and out. Let's inhale, pull ourselves back up. We're going to sit onto our left hip, slide the right leg forward, setting up for Janu Shirshasana on the other side. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bow, catch the foot. From here, we're going to pull the foot back. We're going to try to do a little cow tilt through our chest, reach our chest towards our toes. Just 3 breaths. Very active as we can be. Good. Let's inhale, release. Exhale, we're going to pull ourselves right back. hands and knees. Okay, so here is the time that we're going to shine. So we're going to come into our full splits. If you'd like to, you can always skip this. However, I will say if you are working towards your splits, there is no better way to get into your splits than practicing the actual pose. So full Hanumanasana monkey pose, we're going to come into it. So I like to start with my blanket at the front edge of my mat. Oops. Set it down. Once again, it's really just there for cushioning my heel as I spread out. Completely up to you if you find that necessary. So we're going to grab our blocks as well. Take them to the highest setting. Let's go ahead, set our right foot forward. So we're going to start kind of similarly to how we did earlier. So we're going to inhale, open up through the chest. Exhale, take the hips back. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Okay, from here, we're going to inch that front foot a little bit further forward. Keep on going. Inhale, exhale, inhale. From here, maybe tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, slide that back foot further back, set the knee down. Good. Now we can always stay right here. This is almost like an oversplit or really open lunge. So we can stay here. You can probably feel this pretty good, pretty intensely through the hips. Or we can continue on. So we can exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale and straighten. From here, if you want to join me, we're going to press down into our blocks. We're going to lift this front heel, draw it forward, landing it on the blanket. Okay, so inhale, squeeze the heel, squeeze the knees together, find that engagement. As we exhale, maybe you sink a little bit lower. Totally not necessary to get all the way down to the ground. I'm trying to keep my hips as square as possible so that we're keeping ourselves in a really healthy sort of movement for our hips. So once again, inhale, squeeze. Exhale, maybe we descend. One more. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, descend. Good. From here, press down into the blocks. Lift yourself up. Try to take that right knee or the right foot underneath you and then step it back. Find a few movements through the hips. I know it can be pretty intense. So whatever little movements you want to take before we move on to the next side, go ahead and do them. Maybe pause the video and then we'll come right back into it. So this time, high blocks. We're going to step our left foot forward. Now, this leg in my body is much tighter. So I know for a fact I'm not going to come all the way down, and that's okay. But once again, just kind of notice which side is more open for you, which side needs a little extra love and attention. And we're just paying attention to our body and the cues that it's giving us. So we're going to inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, push the hips back. Inhale. Exhale, inhale, exhale. From here, we're going to wiggle that front leg a little bit further forward. Keep on inhaling, exhaling, inhale, and exhale. Inhale. From here, tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, start to wiggle that back, creating even more space. Set the knee down if that feels okay. We can always hold here, just keeping the hips descending, or we can exhale, press it back. From here, we're going to press down into our blocks so much that our heel lifts. I know I'm going to need a little bit more space. So press down. The heel's going to lift. We're going to send it forward, maybe to a cushion, maybe to the carpet, whatever you aim for. So once again, inhale here. And squeeze the heel in towards the knee. So we're staying nice and engaged, nice and lifted. Squeeze. Exhale, let it go. Okay, again, squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. I think you can see my legs shaking. I can feel them shaking. Exhale, let them go. One more time. Inhale, squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, let it go. Good. Hold. And then when we're ready, we're going to press into the blocks. Step the left foot underneath you. and then take it back. All right, so excellent job, really good job there, especially if you stuck with me through the splits. Let me know if you made it all the way down. Of course, I would like to know. Show me pictures too if you can. I don't know if you can in the comments, but you can on Instagram. Here's a plug. Go ahead and follow me. Send me your progress pictures. I would love to see them. If you'd like to take a little Shavasana after all the hard work that you've done, go ahead and do so. Otherwise, thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste.